once in each generation, some group does a project that sets a new standard. But when you say, I'm going to do the best thing there is in the world, and then you can bring great people with you. And that's really where it took off here, was to be able to bring other great people who are the best at what they do, who have a passion for what they do.
He had a vision, our visions aligned, and we were able to talk about positioning this resort to be very, very special.
In the last 10 years, family has become a big part of travel. What would you want your kids to do? If they had to go snorkeling in the water, what would be the greatest thing ever? And we said, well, let's go with Cousteau.
72% of the planet is covered by water. And by having kids come here and they see how connected we are, how dependent, they learn about self-confidence and they learn about teamwork.
Greg Norman, who's doing our golf course, he's done all these fabulous ocean courses. He himself is a big diver, big sportsman, really interacts with the environment.
When you get involved with five-star operations, you've got to produce a five-star golf course. But you've also got to look at the environmental issues, make sure we're sensitive to those, and show them we're going to be protecting them.
You can have all the money in the world, Nick Bollettieri will not coach you. But because he fell in love with what we were doing and the passion we were doing it with, Nick said, I want to be part of your program.
A tennis coach is more than a coach, he's an educator. And the impact that coaches can make on young children or even people to make them feel good about themselves, that they can participate in an activity, they don't have to be a champion, but go away and say, heck, I had a great time.
The tennis demographic is fabulous, and it's very much a thing that's still very strong at the high end if you produce a great experience for them. But we went out and said, who's the best chef in the world? And arguably then, and more so now, it was Eric Ripert from the Bernardin in New York.
Ritz-Carlton has an amazing reputation, and when you have a successful restaurant, when you are very passionate about food and you want to have a successful restaurant, you need to partner with someone who's going to be able to understand and support your ideas.
We took our inspiration for the Silver Rain Spa from the energies of water. From the minute you walk through the spa and you see the Swiss glaciers to the languid tranquility of the Caribbean Sea throughout the whole spa is how water transforms and energizes and reforms a person and their experiences.
What we've done is a program called ESP, or the Endless Service Program. When we first did the residences, the real estate component as part of this project made it a focal point. Ritz-Carlton had never done it before. Each of our units comes absolutely complete. Whether it's the Baccarat crystal in the cupboard, the Wedgwood china, custom designed furniture by Frank Nicholson, the BMW car, the Intrepid motor yacht to use with the captain. And on top of that, over 1,000 full-time staff on the resort, and the promise of the Ritz-Carlton name to give you confidence over the years that that service level will stay. It's all there, it's all complete.
We will always have our foundation, our gold standards. That will be in every Ritz-Carlton, and that's what makes us so unique and so special. The differences are purely a sense of place difference, and our guests recognize this is very, very important.
Ritz-Carlton means quality.
Ritz-Carlton is unique, Bollettieri is unique.
Enjoy it and come on back.
I ran into a bunch of my owners, people who bought residences from me years ago, and they were beaming. And they stopped me and they hugged me and said, Mike, it's so fabulous. It's way better than we possibly hoped for. That was happening.
The Residences at the Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman, an experience like no other. To learn more about becoming an owner, please dial 7777 or visit our real estate office.